Like you're just kind of on autopilot. Nothing that you say is smart or funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's today.
Yeah.
That's today.
Damn, that's how I am too.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wildly Uninteresting podcast episode 87.
87.
87. And if you didn't notice and you don't listen, guess what? We skipped a week, and I hope you're happy about it.
Yeah.
First time in 87 episodes.
Right?
Yeah, so if you tried to tune in last week, which you probably didn't, that's cool. You fucking missed nothing.
Yeah, you missed nothing.
Pretty much like usual. You can just jump in when you want.
You want to just do like a 3-hour episode to make up?
Make up for the whole thing. Like, you're going to listen to this.
Yeah.
Do
What
some
time
homework.
is it?
We could do an episode.
No, I don't want to do that.
Where we all hold dildos in our mouth and try to speak.
We could
with
not do
dildos
that.
in
Yeah,
our mouth.
I'll talk over both of you.
Yeah. Pretty good with
Meaning you
talking
could
with
do
a
it
dildo.
better than
Yeah, I
us?
got a pretty big mouth. Yeah.
I think I could
I'd
get a few
puke.
mumbles out.
I'd almost definitely throw up by the end of it. Probably pretty soon on.
You know,
My gag
After
reflex
it,
is
like
not
3
great.
minutes in.
Yeah.
you know, something I was sitting there thinking when we're putting up the tree with your family.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you have the...
It's your family too, bitch.
Well,
Law.
yeah, I'm just implicating the fact that it was your family.
Okay.
And then they have Jada and Haley, which are two teenage girls, right? That are very active on social media. And then in that, like, social circle that we understand, but we don't quite understand how weird this fucking world is. You know why this world is weird? Because remember back in the day when you really had to try hard and you hear about people like sleeping in their van for like 20 years before they ever made it big.
Yeah.
But now you have people that like shit their pants while they were out to eat and their wife just so happened to be filming them. And now they're fucking famous and they're making millions off of appearances. And they're like, man, you're the guy that you're always the guy that shit their pants, right?
Right.
But now you're making millions for it. You remember when like people talked about being famous, like it was such a hard thing, but now it's like, what is famous anymore? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just because 20 people in Illinois know who you are doesn't mean you're famous. It just means
Right.
you're on the internet. You happen to be seen.
Do you remember it? Because I feel like anybody like on, what are we, the East Coast? Yeah. We're the
We're not a
East
coast. We're mid-coast.
Oh, yeah, Midwest, I guess.
Oh, mid-coast.
So Midwest and,
Mid-coast.
and the East Coast knew Amiri King, whatever. You remember that? It was super big, and he did all those Silverado commercials, and I'm sure he made quite a bit of money, and it's probably already spent by now, stuff like that. He's the Chevy Silverado guy. He's like, you know, talk shit about his Chevy
he
Silverado
did. It
like
was
5 years ago.
Like a
A
parody
spoof
video?
parody.
Yeah, spoof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah.
this guy gets real big for like all of what, like a couple years, which I don't know. He might still be big. I don't know. But he would do videos where he dogged the fuck out of like women and all that stuff, which it wouldn't fly now because, I mean, we're getting really weird with the protective custody shit.
Protective
Really
custody.
Oh, isn't that what PC stands for? No, politically correct.
Yes.
I just get accepted. I was like, yeah,
Now,
protective custody.
Have you ever been to prison?
Every time they've said PC, I'm like, protective custody? I know what that
I
is.
got a piece. See?
Not like personally. Like, I said that wrong. It came out wrong. I don't know what PC is personally. I've never been there.
Right.
I'm not saying I wouldn't like to be one day. So big that they're like, the government's hiding me. Like, imagine the secrets or something you have to know for them to hide you
Right?
in like Utah somewhere.
Yeah,
Like
well,
the
and then
Mormons.
they like pay someone to be with you all the time. You like
Yeah,
always have
always
a
watching you.
marshal with you.
Always watching. But okay,
Really?
so he got big for like 2 seconds, right?
Yeah.
In retrospect, you know, let's say
going
75-year
anywhere with this?
timeline. No, I'm just saying,
not sure.
what the fuck is? I feel like people with actual talent, because you see them on Instagram all the time. They don't have that many followers, but they do upside down paintings with their ball sack, right?
Huh?
Not even looking at the subject but one time. That's true skill. And the dude will have like 10 followers.
It's like Sarah without a ball sack.
And they won't even make it big. Or people, I do work for this producer guy, right? But in the beginning, he tried to start off as like a music creator. Winds up making more money doing little jingles. I'm talking 5-note jingles for car companies and shit than he ever would have made trying to go out and make it on his own. Very talented guy. He played, you name it,
Yes.
like anything from sitar to French horn to he played everything. It blew my mind. I was like, there's no way you play all of it. He does, right? But he'll never make it big because you have all these like half-wit retards doing the dumbest of shits, and then you have these preteens that are like, this is my life now, and they make money off that. And
Wouldn't you rather, but this is just me, be like be unknown and be paid well
Yeah.
for making jingles than be
Oh,
famous
yeah.
and have to fucking talk to a million people?
Yeah, because then you got to walk on eggshells.
Yeah.
You want to stay famous, you can't say or do anything wrong.
Right.
Yeah,
I
if you're just
think-
making
good
jingles,
luck.
who cares?
Isn't that where you have to? I guess you change the your narrative changes as you grow up. Like when I was like 18 and shit, or like 16, like singing in my acoustic guitar in the bedroom. I was like, I want to be the next John Mayer. Pretty gay, right? You don't have to
He
say
fucks
it. I
all
know.
kinds of pussy. What are you talking about?
I don't know about it anymore, man. He might not be.
No, he still gets it. I've seen it.
A lot of these artists said like made it huge, right? And then they got up into their late 30s, early 40s, right?
Yeah.
They're just like laying back, calling like Taylor Swift and having a conversation. They're like getting other artists on, and they're still big, but in the background.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
Hell
Are
yeah.
you ripping on Aaron Dessner? Is that what you're doing?
No, I forgot what we were watching the other day, but they were like, we were on the phone with John Mayer for like 3 hours, and they were like young kids,
Yeah.
but he was trying to like coach them and be their mentor. And I thought that was like the coolest shit in the world. I'm like, you have John Mayer calling you. Like, I don't
Right.
think you have to do anything else.
Learn all of
Thanks
the
very much.
chords, make ugly faces.
Right.
You
Yes.
scumbag.
Yes.
Dress nice.
Yeah.
Like
Super weird
acceptable.
though, man.
Like
Super weird.
No, I want Disney Plus now because they had the Taylor
Don't
Swift
do it.
folklore thing, you know,
Yeah.
like Aaron Dessner from the National, and that the dude
Oh, no, I had no
Jack
clue.
Jack something
yeah.
from
I know the
Bleachers
guy.
and Fun,
Yeah.
Antonoff. There we go.
Hmm.
Yeah. Because like they helped her write some of the songs on her new album, and they played some shit. And I'm like, ah!
So now you're
I
gonna
wa-
get Disney Plus.
I want it.
See.
Oh, that's kind of sad. I just realized I didn't want to get Disney Plus for the Mandalorian, but Taylor Swift, we get that.
Taylor Swift got on. You're like, that's me. I'm there.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
For sure.
I accept that.
This
Yeah.
gives me motivation.
I don't
That's
know.
funny.
I just think it's weird, man. I think the time, but I think the area that we're in, like the time period we're in,
Geographically? Oh.
I don't think it's gonna last like this. It can't sustain the way it is.
Nothing does.
I don't think it. Yeah, but I think this is a crash and won't come back. Like a lot of things, like they crash.
Bell bottoms came back, but this.
Yeah, but they're still like chilling out, like in the background. They still do pretty well, and then people love nostalgia, right? Nothing from this period of time will ever come back, and nobody will look back and like romanticize about the Catch Me Outside girl. Nobody will look
maybe
back.
they will.
Yes.
That'd be fucking
that
dumb.
chick and mumble rap. Like 20 years from now, they're gonna be excited.
Shit,
Look,
she's
it'll
like
just
50.
be all like the preteens and teens though, because that's the
yeah.
shit that was big whenever they grew up.
Don't it scare you to know, like, to even think about like what's what's
I
creeping
can't-
around the barn door? You
I
know?
can't wait to speak to someone, one of the preteens of today in 20 years, because I'd love to see what type of human that would be.
Hell
I
yeah!
think it would be interesting.
And they have the realization where it's like, yeah, you were stupid as a kid. I
Yeah.
was like, well, now that I've had that, it's like I just look at people and I think, I can't wait until you have that moment.
Yeah. You're like, oh
Your
man,
day
I'm
is
gonna
gonna
change
come.
Yeah.
myself.
You're gonna wish you had listened to me.
That is crazy. So we've talked about it before, where you don't know the life lesson until like you're 30, and then you know about your 20s, right?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I get it now. This is fucking stupid. Like, why did I worry about those things? I think that's what you can do when you look at people like that, and you're looking at teens. Now I realize why my dad always looked at me like I was a fucking retard.
Yeah.
He's like, one day you're
Because they
gonna
had you
grow up.
tested, and he knew.
That's what the counselor was for. I had no clue why they were sitting in the room with me, drawing pictures. Flashbacks. But no, I don't know, dude.
Awesome.
I think that's I do that too, though. I look at them and I'm like, man, I used to be there. That's so cool that you're fucking dumb, but I used to be there, so I'm not going to hate on you. Not yet, until I'm like 50.
Yeah.
And I could be like, I just don't want to live anymore. That's why I hate you.
Or at that point,
Kill
you'll
me
just
now.
be like, well, whatever, they're just kids. You'll be that type of person.
What if I
maybe.
revert
Maybe.
back, right? If I get like 50 or
When
60.
you just while out?
No, and then I'd like... Remember I tell you that story about like I got that girlfriend in high school, right? And I was like, I'm going to change up how I dress, right? And it was the dumbest thing. I had like a Hensley and a button down and the sleeves coming out the bottom. Like 3 shirts on for no reason.
That was your
pants that didn't
girlfriend?
ring. So
I
I
thought
go
you just
up.
liked her.
Oh. So,
Hey, do you like how I dress?
so I go up to that girl and I'm just like, do you like this? Like, wouldn't you have told
Exactly how you should start any conversation out.
Do you like what I'm doing with this? I look back and I cringe at that now, but I thought I was on to something. I'm like, I look fucking good. I look back on pictures and I'm like, what a fucking idiot. But what if I get like 60 and then I do that shit, right? And then I come up to you, do you like this? And I'm like sagging and I got like Hello Kitty underwear on and shit. A thong maybe.
And they're like, bro, you look stupid. It's like, you don't look any better.
You haven't done anything either.
It's unfortunate, but I feel like no matter what, you're going to look back and be like, why did I ever dress that
So
way?
I think the only exception is wearing a suit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Or like a tuxedo.
Nope. Only a
What?
suit. I said what I said.
Like James Bond, dude.
No, that would be kind of cool.
That'd be, I've
long as you
always thought about that.
Don't have a polka dot tie. You might regret that.
No,
You
you will never regret polka dots. And I go on the
Never.
record saying that, and I
Well,
mean it wholeheartedly.
I'm sorry. I should have specified it was a bow tie
Nope.
with the tux.
The only reason I say tuxedo is the fact that, but you remember when Casino Royale came out, right? It was like new James Bond shit.
Yeah.
No, is that James Bond?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I have it. Blu-ray.
Oh yeah.
Aren't you cool?
I haven't
loved
watched it in forever, but yeah.
Who's gay?
Oh, I'm gay.
I saw
No,
that
I'm sorry.
shit twice at the movie theater that sells
Movie
Rave
theater.
16 or Rave 19, Rave 22, whatever.
Whatever it is, yeah.
And on a billboard, because I saw the movie twice, I fucking loved it, right? And on the billboard, it was like, have the James Bond drink, which was like a martini with like, I don't know. It was something stupid.
It's just a martini,
Martini
shaken, not
out,
stirred.
yeah.
Because he likes it watered down.
And I think I was like 17, right? 17 or 18.
Nitro.
When that shit came out. And I actually went to a bar and I ordered that shit. And the bar was called
Fucking
Shooters.
disgusting.
I was like, can I get a martini? And then can you cut a little piece of orange and put that in there too, right? The bitch served it to me. A guy come up next to me, clearly 40 years old, and was like, can I get a beer? She was like, can I get an ID? I was like, I just asked for a martini, like,
Right?
from the movie. And you just gave it to me like it's okay.
She thought you were cute.
I guess so, dude. It was super weird.
Because
I
I give
looked at
him
him.
his
I was
drink,
like,
he'll let me suck his dick.
That's exactly what she was thinking.
She was a rough one. It was like a bar in the South End with like,
Well, you should know. You should just automatically, if anything weird like that happens to you somewhere, especially in the South End or in Portland, they want to do you.
Finna
Finna
I
get done.
promise you that. I've never seen someone get hit on so much in my life than when we're in those two locations.
Yeah.
Drive-through windows, in gas stations.
God.
I'm serious, dude. It's wild.
I do get hit less hit on by men since I've lost all the like workout weight.
Yeah.
I don't get hit on men all the time anymore, so that's cool.
He used to get hit on by men more than women.
Not saying I don't mind.
Frail little queer boy. I don't.
There's nothing. I'll tell you this. As weird as it may sound, it's really cool getting hit on by women. But if you can get hit on by a man, especially a straight man, right? A straight man comes up to you
But
like,
is he straight if he's hitting on
big.
you?
Well,
but he doesn't know.
Like,
he's right in
damn, like.
He doesn't quite know, you know what I mean? That's the one. If you could do that, pull that off, like he's like on the fence and lying to all of his friends drinking Bud Light. Come on, bro. Like that's like a win-win-win.
All I want to do is drink Bud Light Lime, but they'll judge me.
Don't judge me.
I think for a guy which any of the guys that I remember hitting on you, I don't feel like they were gay or...
No, like they weren't gonna...
Yeah, they certainly seemed extremely heterosexual. If you can... Whatever you're doing was working, because if you can get a dude like that who's completely straight to be like, oh, hell yeah, dude, like you look fantastic. What do you do?
But
like, that's a big deal.
That's when we come to the realization we can't really quickly that the whole workout thing, the only people that give a fuck about that, because like, and it was around the time period that women were coming out and be like, we love dad bods, right?
Yeah.
So everybody at the gym was all pissed off, and it come to a realization that they don't give a shit about whatever you're doing in the gym. Men care about that. Same way with like dick size. That's a man's game.
Absolutely.
Women, okay, there's some women that care, and there's some women that really fucking like weigh the options, right? Okay, I'll give you that. Not the majority of them, though.
Yeah.
The majority of them want you to be funny, want you to be good looking, maybe.
To be kind, treat her properly.
They want you to be their kind of funny.
Yes.
Which most of the time, because women don't know comedy, isn't really funny.
No, it's not really hard to do.
I just don't get you. I'm sorry.
God, date Amy Poehler then.
But
I do like her though. That wasn't a deal.
Don't, dude. You like Amy? Am I right? I'm thinking about Amy Schumer.
Yeah, it's Amy Schumer.
Ugh.
Yeah, Amy Schumer is Amy Schumer.
Yeah. No, Amy Poehler is. She was on
Parks and Recreation.
Upright Citizens Brigade. Yeah.
Okay,
Parks
cool.
and Recreation. Same broad.
Yeah. Oh, and Billy in the Street.
Oh,
She was on that a lot
she
too.
was. I love Billy.
Billy on the Street. It sucks.
great.
that
I
they're
love
not
to do an
making
impression of you. All I have to do is just like something. Oh, Billy.
Oh, Billy.
Oh, goodness.
No, that was
Warms my heart.
a fantastic show.
Yeah.
Billy on the Street, and I don't understand why they quit making that.
I think we need to contact him and offer to produce it for him.
Right.
Because he ran out of people to harass on the streets.
Jesus, I
There's-
had all of them.
He can start going to small towns. Boom.
Nah, they wouldn't
small
have 'em
town
there.
I was
harassment.
gonna say they wouldn't have it.
Like, get the
dude.
fuck out of my face.
Somebody pistol whip them.
Uppity motherfucker. What are you?
Definitely out here, you get pistol whipped. That's
Nobody
for sure.
would know who Pink was or anybody that he Celine Dion. Nobody would know. I don't know. Some of these redneck bastards.
Well, and there's a lot
love
of
Bud Light and Celine Dion.
like older women also, and a lot of Billy's tastes seem to coincide
yeah.
with what older women like. So
Yeah.
I think he would do quite well out here.
I don't know.
Make
man.
Ultra.
Absolutely, yeah. Done,
Man,
son.
I watched the video, right?
I guarantee it.
Because I wanted to bring this up. We had watched, or we had talked a while back about
Which was it, buddy?
about facial recognition, right?
Yeah.
And that email come out from that guy that was from the future, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And he
That
was
jackass.
like, everybody's going to be watched. There is going to be no privacy, but it's okay because there's going to be no more crime because they can stop it before it happens, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
In fucking, go on Vice, in China, every single thing you do, even from the toilet paper at a public bathroom, you have to go up, it reads your face, it gives you like this much toilet paper and won't give you more until 8 minutes goes by. And it gives you more. But the entire country of China is being watched 24/7. You cannot go anywhere, not in your building, nowhere, without being watched.
I'd rather have crime.
Isn't that essentially true of London also?
I think so. Yeah, and then everything that everything they do is digital. So like their money and their currency, they have no paper currency. Yeah. It's all digital, and it's all by their face. That's super fucking weird.
As long as the government is at least relatively above board and they don't go all tyrannical and, yeah.
How quickly can that happen, though?
Yeah. All I needed was your body language out of the corner of my eye. Now
it happens so quick, man. We don't even realize it.
I'm yelling at you.
They awesome. The more I watch, because I was driving, I had to pull over because I was like, this. Okay, they have to be exaggerating because it's the news and stuff. So I started like researching.
It's the news. It's supposed to be the informative body of the people. Look, of course, they exaggerate.
Everything too. All these building owners, they have a program that stores it. They have all these data banks that store all this information about you. Right? Yeah. Any one person, they pull you up and they have this like chart. They know you so much better than you know yourself. They know what you're going to do next, what you normally do, how they can sway you one way or another. They know this.
So then they know that deep down, people don't really care if they're being documented.
I think you're right. The majority don't. And China, really, they look at it like, oh, we're okay.
Oh, yeah. No. Sorry.
But like people,
I'm not yelling.
People that live in like a public building, like an apartment or condos, stuff like that, right? Even those places have their own central little data bank, and it pops up. So when you have a visitor for your place, it'll say, who has the most visitors and shit. And I mean, there's this one dude that was like super off the charts. Like he had 1 million visitors where everybody else had like 2 or 3. And it's like, clearly this is China's only drug dealer.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're watching that guy. And Vice was like, well, what other stuff? Are you showing us everything that you can do with this program? And dude just sat there and didn't say shit.
Yeah.
That means they know a lot more than they're telling.
That means they're like in people's homes and shit. Yeah. Most likely.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
This guy's not a drug dealer. He just makes really good doilies.
People are lined up around the block for these dope doilies.
I just want them for my flower pots.
I like your Chinese voice.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was very American.
I'm an American Chinaman.
I'm American Chinese.
I think, though, I agree that, and I don't know if you were saying this seriously or not, that most people just don't give a shit that they're being documented. I think they don't care.
I know. I meant it.
Yeah.
I feel like the majority of people that care about it are the people that either are doing shit that they shouldn't be doing, or there are people that they're just like hyper shy about everything.
Yeah, I can see that.
Those people just need to be shot because we don't need them.
Natural selection.
Yeah,
I think too. He
doesn't want to be filmed. Shoot him.
Shoot him.
It'd be fucked up if that's the way the world actually went, though.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be filmed, you're going to be taken out.
Yeah, they just film the death and then play it at the funeral.
They're like, can I just be like an underground person? Can you just put me under the ground?
We've got a section for the Morlocks over here.
Imagine that, though. Like, you can't even like go and buy a piece of land anywhere and like dig under the thing without your government's permission.
Yeah.
And then like stay there for the rest of your life. Like fucking have everything you need down there. You never have to bug anybody again. Nope, they're not having it. You can't do that.
We planted 3 plants out back, or trees rather, and just digging.
Are those not plants?
No.
Yeah, but I was thinking the word tree, and I just wanted to say tree.
There are specifications I'm not aware of.
They changed it yesterday. I'm just really up on plant genus whatever. But we planted them, and when we were digging, I mean, we dug like, at most 6 inches down, and I felt like we should be calling someone to see if we can dig this fucking hole. Yeah, it's like they don't put anything at 6 inches. Nothing runs there.
That's why we're trying to pay off the house as quickly as possible. So because technically, when you're like paying on something, you don't like the bank owns that, right? And technically, if the bank goes under or wants to pull it for any reason, they can. And they can raise your rate as much as they want.
I mean, do you have it through a reputable bank, or is it like the Bank of Carl?
No, but think about it, dude.
Mr. Carl gave us
if the shit hits the fan, you don't own it. Like, I can say, like, we own this place. Like, I can say that technically.
Yeah.
But you don't. You know what I mean? You got a loan through a bank that could go under at any time. Let's look at 2008, 2009.
They're too big to fail.
Without getting bailed out, they failed already. They're fucking retarded.
It's like John Mulaney.
Man, that was just the thing they said.
Banks.
John Mulaney said he's got that bit where he's talking about getting a house, and he said actually a bank owns it, and they just let me keep my shirt and pants there for the next 30 years until I pay it off.
Yeah, dude. I thought about 30 years from now, like if we waited, like paid it how we pay it, and then 30 years from now, the world, and like. It's just scary.
It's going to be weird.
I'm fucking scared.
Yeah.
Scarred.
So scared.
Never scarred.
Oh, man, I read this thing, and, well, I only read the headline. But it was Saturn and Jupiter, right? Usually that doesn't happen. They're going to be, like, 0.1 degree from, like, distance from each other. Yeah. So close that it's supposed to give the, I guess, illusion, if you will, of a double planet. But I don't remember if it happened yesterday or if it's today. Oh, but I just thought that was really neat that it'd be sweet. So close. Yeah. What if they hit?
That'd be awesome. That makes me want to watch Melancholia.
I don't think that's possible.
Oh, it's absolutely.
Of course, it's fucking possible.
Do they have a program online that take like the current trajectory of everything in our solar system, not like everything on the outside, but they take like the current trajectory, right? And then you can fast forward it because they know how like the sun tilts and how the earth tilts to, and correspond and stuff like that. And they'll play those for, they've done it for thousands of years just to make sure technically, you could have a huge like gravitational shift, but technically, for fucking thousands and thousands of years, we won't hit anything. And they fucking said because there's going to come a point, which it might be a million years from now, billion years, that the Andromeda galaxy will collide with ours. And they're so vast and so big that we'll move right through it and you'll never hit a thing. Ain't that cool? Think about that.
Well, there's that shit, and then there's the black hole, and then the sun's going to blow up, and then there's supposed to be something like in the 2050s that like might hit us.
Oh, yeah, dude. Remember that blonde lady we were talking about? Like the lady that was in the tornado was stoned. She was blind, and she could read people's future.
I vaguely remember this, yes.
Yeah, that lady, she said that the world was going to end in 2053 or 2052. So that might be what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, look, that's when she said
cool.
Damn, that's so legit.
I'll look that up and let you know for sure. But I swear to God to you, dude. She's at 2052 or 53. I don't know what it was, but that could hold true, man. Hold on to your assholes. And 2050. It's a ways from now. That's okay.
Yeah,
I think
it won't
about
suck
that
in
too.
the future.
I feel like, in January, I was like, fucking December won't get here for too long. And then sure enough, here it is.
This is what we need to do, because that is 32 or 33 years from now, which means you will be at typical retirement age. Okay, so you'll be 62 or 63. That means we need to retire in the next 10 years.
Okay.
So we can enjoy the last 20. I just think that we should live our life assuming that the world is ending in 2050 whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because remember it was like 70 or no, it was in the 80% of something that she had predicted came true and was right.
Hell yes.
Okay. Yeah. Baba Vanga. That was that lady's name.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you here in a minute. Didn't you say you had?
Do you remember what it is that's supposed to
85%
be so close to us that might hit us? No.
I don't remember. I don't remember shit.
Dude,
that's okay.
It's awesome.
I'm writing this. I'm so jacked about it. I just write so slow. Something will.
All right. So the first thing I thought of on the way here that you guys probably won't care about, but I'm going to talk about anyway. Is I realized that I really like Paul Thomas Anderson and David Fincher. Right?
What?
And for their soundtracks and scores and shit, it made me happy that PTA starts to work with Johnny Greenwood a lot from Radiohead. David Fincher works with Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross a lot from Nine Inch Nails. It's like, hey, my favorite directors are working with badass musicians.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's pretty sweet.
I wonder though. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, have they like put a decent amount of stuff out? Damn.
I didn't know they were already putting shit
Yeah,
out.
I didn't know. That's real cool. I'll have to listen to that shit. Sorry, go ahead.
No, so let me get this straight. So the movie producers are making movies.
Yes.
And the musicians are making music, but they're like coming together.
No. Simmer down. They're not like making albums together.
They're making a soundtrack.
I guess I wasn't clear on that.
Oh, okay.
The musicians are making the music for the movies that are there.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Because, David Lynch always works with Badalamenti.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And yeah.
Gotcha. That is neat. So, are the movies, are they doing it based off the music? Or are they just like, we have this vague idea for a movie and we're going to use your music?
It's like, here, no, like, will they give them the movie or like talk to them while they're making it? Like, here, I'm doing this thing about this. I need you to make something that makes this feeling.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's kind of like a co-creation thing.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Have you ever rode down the street, listening to music, and like whatever you're listening to? I know we all have different musical tastes, right? And you're listening to a song that you really, really like, and you're looking off in the distance in the sunset, and you can imagine the movie that it would go with. The movie isn't made. You don't know what the fucking basis is, but you're like, man, they could be crossing like the river, but whatever the movie entails, right? So I wonder when it comes down to that, would it be better? It's like the conversation of lyrics before the melody, blah blah blah. That which one's better, to have the movie and the scene, and then you watch it and be like, oh, so I can get a feeling for that melody and put some fucking emphasis here and there, or is it better to create the music and then the directors look at it like, oh, I know the scene for this song.
It's nature nurture, man. They're both important.
I know. That's a rough one, right?
So I saw some shit where it was talking about like Martin Scorsese, like giving advice on making movies. And he's like, keep music in mind. Like have specific songs. Yeah. So it could shape a moment.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
My first thought when you first said movie producers and bands, I thought of Homeward Bound with 9 Inch Nails behind it. Just think about how different that would fucking make that movie.
I got one for you. So when I sing this, I could fall asleep just to see you breathing, whatever that song is. What does it make you think of?
Armageddon.
Okay, cool. See, you don't have one without the other, right? Those two things were magnificent together. And that's what you think about. You think about them like the little scene where it's the montage, and they're like hugging and seeing people for the last time before they go into space, and then this comes on, and you get the little tears in your eyes. That made it.
Yeah.
Okay, you just said montage, and I pictured the episode of South Park, and I was like, what?
Shit, what was the other thing I was going to say? What? Tell me your last line of what you said.
I could fall asleep just to see you breathe.
Going back to the original of, having the song first or the scene first.
Yeah.
It definitely depends, but the song from Grace, I never gave a fuck about that song before, and now every time I hear it, I start crying, even if there's nothing.
I've never listened to it by itself. I always have, it's just good with that.
Well, you play it on piano.
Well,
so
I know, but that was just to piss you off.
I would know what the song sounds like if we would ever actually listen to it.
I know.
Right?
But it's true. Like, that song is crap. I think it's crap now because they played it so much. It's almost like the Fray Cable Car.
Yeah.
Like, or Over My Head. If they play that fucking song one more time
that
at
shit
Target.
comes on in the store, though, I get excited.
I know.
Which one is Cable Car?
The other one.
The other one. Oh, it's the big one that was with that one.
Cable car.
Dude, all of his music, I swear, And I'm sure what he did was just like go in, made his money, and got the fuck out. Because that's what I would probably do. Go in, make my fucking money, and go.
I think he got out because nobody cared anymore.
It's probably what, in high school, that was like the shit. And then after that, it was like, well, nobody even knows. We think he had cancer. We're not sure. Like, we never know why he never had any hair.
He's probably dead in a ditch somewhere.
Nobody fucking knows.
He's been there for years.
I think they play the other one in Grays also. Of course, not. Yeah. People don't all die to it, but the other one, everyone dies to it.
Yeah. That one's like signifying death. The other one's like, but yeah, and then they like took that out of the show too, which was bullshit. But you know, I don't know. I think you're right though. The two, you can't have one without the other, right? They couldn't. There's no way they could have made movies. But I think it started way back when they had picture shows, when it was black and white and there was no dialogue, right? The music made the so it gave it to you. Yeah. Without that, there would have been nothing at all. And then now they just play them both together, and they were like, "This works very well together." Well, no shit, it has for millennia. Anyways,
so music is a fast track to people's feelings.
Yeah.
If they made a movie without a score or a soundtrack, that'd be really hard.
Yeah.
We should definitely try.
Feel anything.
I don't know if it's possible to do that, but remove all the soundtrack from a movie and watch it. See how it goes.
Have you seen the thing where they took the laugh track out of Friends whenever Ross is mad about the moist maker?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, that is what.
Yeah.
His boss eats it.
It's awesome.
It's like a comedian. A comedian doing a show where nobody laughs is probably just as awkward and mind-numbing as that. Like,
well, it makes me wonder. Like, Blow is, of course, the first movie that comes to mind because it's perfect. But if they removed all the music from it, would I still like it as much?
Yeah.
Because I mean, they nailed it with that soundtrack. I know. I don't think so.
Very doubtful. Especially when he's like running through the house, like she was having a baby and he's doing all that coke. And then like, there's no way without that song in the background, like giving you that speedy fucking feeling. There's no way that would happen. Man.
So I was thinking the other day, I want to make like a genre of movies to just go to sleep to.
Ooh yeah.
I think that would be fun.
Oh, you make them. Okay, cool. Yeah. Not like a playlist.
No,
you want to do
make movies that people can sleep to.
Do you have? Well, I used to do that to From Dusk Till Dawn.
Bitch, you still do that? Oh, with TV shows.
Yeah. I would just loop that shit and Blow.
Dude, when we first met, I cannot tell you how many motherfucking times that I watched. We were high 98% of the time.
Allegedly.
Right? And we would be up in the Knobs, which is the most depressing house you've ever been in, especially during the winter. And Sarah would love to go to sleep watching From Dusk Till Dawn, Stripes.
Yes, dude. It was great.
I can't tell you how many times I woke up to, when, with the DVD players, like you fucking, the movie plays and it goes to the intro screen, and then it'll play the intro screen a million times. Like, it just keeps going.
And then it stops. And then it plays
goes. And I would have bad dreams to it because I'm high and I'm tired and I'm sleeping. And then when I wake up, I'm mad because I'm not high anymore, listening to the intro to fucking Stripes a million times because I don't want to get up.
Yes, that's awesome.
Because I'm not high.
I know. I like your willingness to get up. It's just, I want it to end, but I'm comfortable.
Yeah, dude.
I'm mad, but I don't want to move.
That's why I always just let that shit play. I didn't want to get up either.
I set my PlayStation to go off after so much time of non-use.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Had I had the remote, I definitely would have done that.
Oh, yeah, because she lost the remote. So to play or start the thing, you had to get up anyways. So neither one of us are getting up.
So I would just watch the same movies back to back to back to back to back.
I fucking totally forgot about all that shit. I pushed it way down deep in my feelings.
We should definitely watch Stripes sometime soon, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a good fucking movie.
But on Netflix, where it doesn't play the intro.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we'll just stay awake.
Stay awake for it. Damn, dude, it won't. Because I pieced together Stripes by, like, nodding in and out of, like, high sleep, right?
Yeah.
So I know the movie. Like, I've seen most of it because I've caught bits and pieces while I was going to sleep. weirdly, that would be cool to watch the entire thing not high.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
Holy shit.
I definitely
You're
haven't
blowing
seen
my
it
mind.
since we stopped using.
No.
It'd be very cool to watch this sober.
I think we watched another one too, but I can't be for sure. It was like Meatballs or some shit with your boy in it.
No,
where he's a camp counselor and shit. That's what that is, right?
All I can think of is the one with Corey
Spaceballs?
Feldman in it. I feel like it was. Was that? That wasn't the first one because I feel like he was in Meatballs 3.
he was definitely in 3. It's great. Wet Hot American Summer? That doesn't have Corey Feldman in it.
No, it'd be a lot cooler if it did.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what else we watch other than Blow, Stripes, and From Dusk Till Dawn.
Whoever that guy is that does the voice for Bob, that is also the director from My Hot American Wet Summer, Moist Summer.
It's moist.
That guy. I love that guy. Plus, his voice can be heard around the world. Like, that dude has a unique voice.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about?
The dude from Home Movies and Bob's Burgers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, let me
H.
correct
John
myself.
Benjamin.
Let me correct myself. She predicted where I get 50 from is the 50th century. Is that what it is? So she said it's going to end in 5079. So don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what a dumb bitch.
You know
What?
I was thinking that too. I could say that shit. Like, it's going to end.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Who's going to be here to fucking realize that?
Same people. Well, not the same people. I was going to say the same people that were there to check up on Nostradamus' stuff.
We're not even sure what the fuck the Bible said or Jesus said when he was making miracles happen. But you think we're going to remember? We forget who the fuck
Everybody.
the president is 2 years after he's out of office. You think we're going to remember 5079, you stupid blonde bitch?
The elites will.
I'm just joking. God rest her soul.
Well, she's dead?
Yeah.
She dead as fuck.
Aw.
Well, I don't. Didn't she die in like the 90s?
Yeah, well, maybe 2000s.
So
She
she's
passed
just
away.
dead.
Anybody
She's
out
not
there wants
dead
to
as
dig her
fuck.
up and have her on, give us a call.
Give us a call,
If you're cold, you're
please.
dead, dude. 2001, I think it was. No. She
No,
predicted 9/11.
I was thinking
so.
it was
Oh, man.
like 97 or 8 or something like that.
I'll tell you this, though. It says, as for an expectations of Grandma Banga in the future, she predicts changes in the Earth's orbit. It will occur 2023. We could
Oh, damn.
We could
Ooh,
probably
yeah.
see that. Yeah.
All right.
As well as predicting the discovery of a way of working for time travel in the year 2304. Now, do you think that if they created time travel in 2304, right, that they would come back and tell you, like, you're right, and give you a wink and then time travel back to where the fuck they're
that
from?
would fuck you up.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
No.
you'll never know if time travel's a thing unless somebody, because if it's in the future and somebody fucking created it, they would have come back already and told
Why?
all
Why
you
would they
dumb
come back?
motherfuckers just to prove a point.
Would you go back to
wouldn't do it?
1622?
Yes.
Would you go back to 16?
Dressed
12?
ridiculous.
Come on.
Not 1612. That's too
Yeah,
far.
because then you got to go to 1234. And you got to go all the time, you know.
Only if
by
I'm
that.
like a super good world leader or some shit, I would expect somebody would come back and be like, "What's up, cuz?" Because I would definitely go back and see Beethoven.
Yeah, dude.
Just
for
see him
sure.
walking down the street, fucking
Beethoven.
humming to himself.
humming to himself.
I just follow him like a creep. I feel like he would have a sixth sense for that, for like creeps following him down there. Where is it from? London
Yeah.
or some shit?
You
London.
stealing my melodies?
You're stealing my melodies.
You remind me of old Greg when you said that too. I like the idea of old Greg being Beethoven.
You like the sound of that?
Do you like the sound a bit louder?
This is a stupid question, but I genuinely don't know.
Yeah.
Like, did they do like concerts and stuff back then? So, like, could you go see Beethoven perform his stuff?
I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not, how fucking dumb would that be?
Right. Like, what did they do? There's
Put this
no
in your
TV.
phonograph.
Well, and people like that would play for royalty. I can't say it really well.
It's a stupid word. Don't
But
worry
they would
about
play for him like in
like
a
saying
personal
rural.
setting, And then they would also do symphonies. So they would do it for the higher class. They wouldn't do it for the lower class. Didn't fuck them, you know. Still fuck them apparently. And something weird to me occurred that probably everybody in America knows, and everybody in every other country. The game of chess is weirdly like life. Like we're pawns, of course. Well, I'm definitely a pawn. I'm a bitch. Like I can only move forward 2 spaces in the beginning and 1 after that.
If somebody gets in my way, I lay down.
Only diagonally.
Twitching.
If we're face to face, though, I'm just gonna stand here. No, but it's super like crazy. Like protect the queen. You take the hits. You're the first to die. Like we'll put you in the front line. Weirdly like what's going on in the world. Always. Like, you know what I mean? They're always going to have somebody that's like pawns.
So what's up with the rook? What's that doing?
Oh, those are like the military. Like that's just like the other pawns that have a title. Like assistant to the regional manager.
I'm that motherfucker on the outskirts.
It's mostly made up. You have no role.
You have no role. It's mostly made up.
Awesome.
No, but it was just so strange. I was like, because like imagine how an idiot plays it, right? Which I assume this is how Donald Trump plays the game of chess. He's just like throw everything at it, let everybody die, and I'm gonna sit back here on the back line. Even the queen, fuck her too. What's her name? What's the first lady?
Melania.
Yeah, fuck her.
Oh, I was like Queen Elizabeth.
Throw her with the wolves too. We don't care. She's a pawn. Let her take all the hits, and then when it's all said and done, he's left on the board just like a big old kid, just happy as fuck.
Big old kid.
Most of us play that way. Well, we're just like push the pieces out. Let's see how many people we can kill before.
I know how this one moves.
No strategy whatsoever. But that's life. This game, it fucked me up when I was in the car the other day. I'm like, oddly enough, like this is what Trump's doing. He's just fuck these people.
Right.
Like I just want to make money. Have sex with supermodels, maybe some kids.
He's just like taking his arms and knocking all the pieces off the board. Like, yeah.
We're playing checkers now, but with Simpsons chess pieces.
I swear, man.
That's an awesome idea.
But I'm sure, like everybody, there's a lot of people out there because I have some smart friends. They're gonna be like, "You're a fucking idiot." Everybody knows that.
Wait, they'll call you an idiot because they already thought about it?
Yeah, they already knew. Well, it's just probably common knowledge for most people.
Okay, so fuck y'all. I'm so sorry that my husband didn't think about shit before you.
Maybe he should get his head out of his ass.
Right? No, dude. But it makes you wonder, too, though, because you think about, like, the pieces, for whatever the one with the fucking weird head on it, right, that can move, like, all the way diagonally, right? Whatever that one's called. Think about I don't know what that player is. Bishop. Oh, okay, yeah. So what would that be in today's age? What would the bishop be? Unless that's the
government agency.
Oh, okay. So that don't have to go fight on the front lines. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're closer
Any
to
of them.
the. Yeah.
Those diagonal motherfuckers.
Yeah, because they can just as far as they fucking want. There's no stopping them unless they get taken. Which means you got that. Yeah.
That's but no, man, that's something that. And then I was like, man, I need to learn how to play chess. As long as I was in prison, you think I would I know how to play.
Why would you learn to play chess in prison? Who's gonna play with you?
Nobody. Yeah. And it's boring as fuck.
I've asked them to play when we go to West Baden. I've asked them to play with me.
Maybe. Catch me in the right mood. I'd rather play dominoes.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, that's a prison game.
Yeah,
we should take dominoes with us to that rich ass fucking hotel.
Spades too, don't you?
Oh yeah, dude, and just slam them when we get it.
And also
just slam dominoes.
Cards. What's the name of cards?
Casino.
Yeah,
that's a prison.
I don't know that one.
It's pretty dope, man. It's a quick, like 2-round maximum, pretty much.
Yeah.
You win, I win, whatever. We can bet on it.
Because they can't count past 10, and who knows when they're going to run out of time.
They never fucking know.
Oh, here comes the warden.
You could do 3 rounds if you're a lunatic like me. Like if we tie, I have to have that 3rd round. Yeah. It's fun. We'll show you how to play sometime.
No, I will say, though, games like that, and then, of course, Scrabble's always a big one, but there's always fights. That one probably has more fights than the poker games because everybody spell, and there is no dictionary. They don't give you a dictionary in prison, right? You have to buy it. Nobody wants to buy the fucking dictionary because it's more expensive than the game is. So they'll just play, and they're spelling like 15-letter words that aren't real. There's no fact to these letters that they're putting together.
Figure.
Yes.
It's like, use it in a sentence. Do it.
I figure I'll stab you if you don't count it. Count it.
That's 37 points.
You win. You win. No, that's something that always baffled me, Scrabble. But it's because like this, most people don't fucking know how to spell in prison.
No.
Some people do it.
There are. Scrabble sucks.
Scrabble fucking works. She loves it though.
I want to like it because I like the tiles, but I think the game itself is pretty dumb.
Which I play on my phone. It's been a really long time since I've actually played in person. Maybe I wouldn't feel the same way in person.
Yeah.
Because at least with the phone, like it, you know, if it's not a word, it's not going to let you play it. Yeah. But I fucking crush in Scrabble.
Like, are you actually playing Scrabble or is it Words with Friends?
No, it's Scrabble.
Okay, good deal. Because, you know, Words with Friends can kiss my ass. But Scrabble could be...
Hater.
Oh, come on.
Well, because
I don't play none of them, dude. I'm terrible at all.
Fuck them games.
There is some form of strategy to it. I mean, to get you get, of course, like more points if you make like little words. I know if you like, there's a word here, you play yours right here, and then these obviously they have to make little words also.
You got to play defensively.
Yeah, and of course you've got your like triple word stuff.
Word score.
I swear I crush on it. It's a lot of fun.
Well, that's fine as long as you like it.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll tell you what, though.
The odd man out.
You know, on a daily basis.
Shut the fuck up and fix the camera.
No. Pause.
All right. Now while Adam's gone.
No. I'm back, motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
No, they on a daily basis, I feel like there's a lot of people that I could murder. Like, you know, hypothetically speaking. Like, I'm like, you deserve to be murdered, right? But during these times... During like Christmas,
you know,
right
like
after Thanksgiving. Yeah. Right after Halloween, these fucking stores and all these gas stations play nothing but Christmas music.
Oh, it's terrible.
And I figure out why. I know why most of the radio stations do it, because there's no money left in radio, like broadcast radio, whatever. There's no money left in it, right? So during this time, right after Halloween, they can play Christmas music and they don't have to pay royalties out for what they play, right? But when they play, you know, normal shit, they have to pay out royalties for every time they play a certain song of a big name artist. But that's what I think. That's what the conspiracy is for them to save money the last 2 months of the year. They're like, we're just gonna play the shit out of all the Christmas music. Yeah. Some of the shit isn't technically Christmas music, but they're like, it kind of counts, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but around this time it makes me want to murder people more, because all this fucking holiday music, I hate it. I wish they would quit doing it, like all the way.
I'm thinking recently, whenever someone like a band or like a solo musician puts out a Christmas album, like that. Your career's done.
I was gonna say, that's the end.
That's
ain't
it.
That's when you know it's fucking.
It's gotta be the only reason someone would ever do that.
Nobody starts with one.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I used to think?
Debut album, it's all Christmas tracks. This one's for you, Jesus.
You know what? Who I just thought of when you said that? Like, my dad always said that. No, almost. No, way better. So I thought about
not Creed.
When people, I'm trying to stay on topic, motherfucker. You know how easy it is for me to forget. So my dad always told me, he was like, when an artist comes out with a greatest hits album, that's pretty much, they're trailing off their career, and they're putting this out to make a little money, put them all together, because we don't need that anymore. We can put them on an iPod and make our own greatest hits. Fuck off with all that shit, right? That. But the band that, like, you know, told people to eat an asshole with that, Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
They came out with like 3 greatest hits, and then came out with 3 more albums that fucking crushed.
Yeah.
and they sold out Wimbledon after that, and was like, take that. Like that's something that's crazy. You don't see a lot of bands that get to that greatest hits moment, and then they get back beyond that, and like they make a fucking good album after that. It doesn't happen. They'll come back and make some trash, and then you go to see them, and they're like, here's some of our new stuff, and everybody's like,
please just don't play it for your family. We don't care.
Did you got neighbors to play that for?
That's but no, that's what it reminded me of. Like a Christmas album is now that to me. Now, if the Foo Fighters come out with a motherfucking Christmas album and then crush the next album, I will lose my shit.
I bet their Christmas album would be awesome.
And I don't even like them that much. The hits that they do have are amazing, right? I don't even like them that much. But you gotta love the fucking talent there.
Oh yeah.
With Dave Grohl and how nice he is.
It's like they just add a new member every year.
Yeah. Nobody notices.
I used to have a list of like fake favorite bands. There were bands that I really wanted to like because they were so talented, but I just couldn't get into their music.
No.
Foo Fighters were on there.
They're always on the list, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Their singles, for the most part, are good. But I just don't give a shit beyond that. I might even like more of their music, but I have no desire at all to listen to it.
Yeah. I love some of their stuff, but I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck it.
It's craziness.
The one thing that I thought was amazing that they did too, that album that they went back and recorded everything analog at Dave Grohl's house. And it gave the entire album a crazy feel. And that guy that I'm talking about, the producer guy that I do work for, he had a reel-to-reel. I mean, this huge machine that he could overlay tracks and all that shit, purely analog. And I was he fucking loved it, dude. He was like, I gotta find a mover for it, but you got to be real careful with it because he has it in this like storage area. And he was like, but I thought about that and like how fucking difficult. Even now, like how many times you're like, I got a really good idea for a song, but I don't feel like pulling out the laptop and then the fucking like interface, and then I gotta tune my guitar.
Can you imagine having
to do back then?
Yes.
Imagine you sitting at the house and you have this thing that's as big as a room, and it has a million buttons that you have no clue what they do.
Look, that's why you would just have to have a room for it. So it's always hooked up, ready to go. All you've got to do is walk in and like push a fucking button. We're on our way.
You've been reading Atomic Habits. Let's see.
It's like I don't want to take the 20 seconds to connect my shit.
I swear, dude. Tell me that. Don't you feel that way? Yeah. Even they made it so simple that they put it on your phone, and I'm still like, yeah.
I always have my phone with me. All I have to do is just plug it in, bam. I'm like, no, that's too much.
Too much, dude. From here to there, I don't even want it. I lost motivation. There you go.
Instead, I'll just play games in it for 3 hours.
Yes.
I'll tell you one thing that I really like. The reason why I took to drums more than guitar, and I'm originally a guitar player, is the fact that like I got to pull the guitar from the thing and I have to plug in, turn the amp, and then like tune it and stuff.
What are your sticks just in your hand?
Always.
Always. All right.
You shit yourself if I pulled them out like that. Wouldn't you fucking shit yourself? God, where are they at when you need them?
Well, you want to get smart.
Yes. Like you didn't notice this whole time he's had them.
That would be fucking amazing. No, that's crazy though. It's funny how like they have made it so simple, and people that were strictly analog back in the day are looking at us like, how you not fucking like a superstar musician right now? Even like rap artists, they're like, how is everybody not making music? Because you can just pull your lap and do everything they did, and they had to have synthesizers and fucking beat machines and you name it, all hooked together into one system and a mixed board. You have none of that no more. None of that.
Can you imagine how much it would cost to, what'd you say?
Fucking Moogs.
No.
Anyway.
That's good.
But that's just proof though, man. If you don't put your habit in the way of your normal ritual, more often than not, like you're not going to do it. See, it's like with electric, with water flow, with anything, with wind, anything. Takes the path of least resistance. It's a universal law that never fails, right? Everything takes the path of least resistance. It's the same with that. Like if you don't put it in front of you, it's a lot easier to just walk by it, go take a piss and sit back down turn on the TV than it is because they've made that super simple. With Netflix and all, you just click and you're there, right? But with that, you got to get up, you got to turn the amp on, you got to tune, you got to fucking whatever.
Ours, we don't even have to turn the TV on. If we just grab the Roku remote and hit Netflix, boom. It turns the TV on and is on Netflix already.
God, saves you a button.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, but like
straight and to the point.
I hate being a human sometimes.
I know,
but isn't it ridiculous? Isn't it funny though that even in a non-physical reality, as much as the way you operate inside your brain, that even your habits, even that like non-physical area takes the path of least resistance is so crazy. But if you wanted to really do something, you have to like set it up the night before. Yeah. That way it's in your path of like your normal routine. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But even that's hard to do. You're like, I gotta fucking get up and do that before I gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Really I already feel like we have too much shit to do before we go to bed. That
adding something else.
Yeah, adding something else. No, we'd have to get ready like an hour before we wanted to go to bed. Fuck that.
It's always bullshit. I just want to make sure I saw time.
Yeah, dude. What time's the show tonight?
I don't know. I had to be there at 8:30. Right. I don't know what time we start, but
cool, man. Didn't you say that you had two things you wanted to talk about?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Woo. Well, the other one, I was thinking about I was like, ooh, Christmas is coming, and then I thought about the people that go on about like, ooh, the war on Christmas. Why can't you just say Merry Christmas and all this other shit? And then I thought, what if nobody really complains about that? What if it's all just people complaining about one guy that they heard and it spread like fire,
Yes.
So, but then I thought, what if we had a way of resolving that where like we had sacrificial killings?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of like,
I love it.
Like we take the people, it's like the Christians that complain about the war on Christmas, okay? Everybody hates them. Plenty of people out there hate gay people. Yeah. Let's find a gay person.
All right.
Let's find a black dude. Let's get a politician. Let's get a cop.
All right.
Whatever. Find a sacrificial person. Have everybody in the world vote on like the top 20 most annoying things.
Yeah.
Of like, I fucking hate that. I want retribution. And we
like
just kill
idea.
20 different people. And then they can look at it and say, yeah, remember the time they killed that fucker? That was good.
That fucker.
And then everybody lets everything go.
Oh, yeah, dude. But I still think, though, that we would digress. Like, even if it was good for a little bit, we would digress.
Oh, now you see.
We need to do it again.
This is where the plan continued. I was thinking every 10 years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you'd have to have, like, what would that be? Not an annual, because it's yearly. I don't know what every 10 years. Decannual. That sounds French for sure.
So, I figured we could have everybody, everybody votes, and then we have, like, a lottery.
Yeah.
And, like, with social media and stuff, you would know who fits into the categories.
Yeah.
Like, there's no question about it.
Dude, that's a lottery. Can you imagine just knowing that I'm probably a part of like the gay part and then like super white nerdy? There's probably like somewhere I hit like multiples. I'd be sweating around lottery time like motherfucker, dude.
Well, see, I was thinking about that too, and like the likelihood of you actually getting chosen.
Yeah.
Slim to none.
It's like winning.
So you get to watch 20 people get killed, and you're fine.
Damn, dude.
But I mean, obviously, straight white dudes are going to be in there.
Oh, have to be, yeah.
Have to be.
Can't exclude ourselves. Dude, that is a super weird. But I'm trying to think about that. I don't know. This is a shotgun question. Yeah. But I think you would have to do it more than every 10 years, without a doubt, because we'd get antsy.
Well, then eventually people just become bloodthirsty.
Just do it every election year.
There you go. Yeah, that we know.
4, dude.
Imagine like we're kind of like not really excited about election time. That would pump us the fuck up.
Hell
Inauguration day and sacrificial day.
Yeah, man.
Great.
Oh, and I want to say that if I get another motherfucking text message about the MORE Act of 2019 being passed by the House of Representatives, I'm going to blow my fucking brains out because it's not going to pass in The Senate.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna be nihilistic. It may pass.
The federal government passed a law. Well, not a law. A bill through the House of Representatives to decriminalize marijuana
on the federal level.
On the federal level, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's in the Senate, but
so it's at its last stand is like at the Senate, and we'd be really like hard pressed to really win that. And that wasn't a shot at you. I'm just saying that amongst people who like are hippies, like I've gotten a lot of texts about it, and they want me to reread the shit and have an opinion. But I don't, because it's been since 2019. We knew it was going to pass in the House.
Well, with the timing of it now, it's going to pass House and Senate. Trump's going to veto it. And then they're not going to vote on it again because Biden will be in office. And they're like, we're not giving him a fucking victory.
Yeah, dude. I didn't even think about that.
Democrat.
Because I feel like he would just do shit to like rock the boat the last 3 months he's in office. He's just like fuck everything.
He's in there like firing people and replacing them with people. Like, what are you doing, dude? He's just causing chaos. He's like, I'm on my way out.
I'd hire like 12-year-olds to do all those, like DOJ and shit would all be like 12-year-old like kids in there like making decisions. I'm like, well, you wanted this. You got it.
What if they just like keep trying to get the Senate to approve it, and eventually they're just like, fine, because we're fucking tired of this.
I think maybe they might have to wait until all states adopt like recreational use or medical use. But the issue is, the big issue is not having the area where we can research like we need to. Like there needs to be a lot of fucking research done. And it just is not allowed. Now you have people who are doing it behind
shit from
closed
Schedule
doors.
1 at least.
Yeah, you have people in like recreational states that are definitely researching it, doctors and chemists, stuff like that. Chemists. But you don't have the research needed, right? Mm-hmm. The sought after. The DEA looked over research, like the legit research. Yeah. You don't have it. And that's what we need. Like I'm not even a weed smoker. Like I don't fucking, I'm not with that. But I do agree with that. It's a medicine. It's been a medicine. Not for the last 70 years because we're fucking idiots.
Right.
Like we're retarded. And we're just like, well, we're fucking Mexicans. We'll just make marijuana illegal. And people hate Mexicans more than they do.
I think the American motto should be, well.
Yes, ...
Anything. It's crazy, dude. Oh, and something else I thought about, and I don't know the history behind it, right? But I feel like in the time period that crack came out, I'm sure there wasn't a lot of chemists and highly
like
intelligent people
crack.
in the ghettos and stuff like that amongst the black community. Don't take this wrong way, you fucking PC bastards.
Black people,
what I'm saying is, somebody had to introduce, they were like, what's the cheapest way to turn cocaine into crack? Well, guess what? You can throw baking soda in there. That's cheap as fuck. Water, and use a penny to collect it, because you have to collect it with copper, right? Mm-hmm. And then they taught the ghettos how to do that, like, because I'm sure they weren't sitting in their house like, Big Brother. I just want to say that. I just wanted to say that. The higher up, people like CIA, whoever implemented it in the first place to fund their war and wherever, that.
I feel like you're probably right.
Maybe they taught it to the real Rick Ross first. They were like, look, this is how you do it. Teach everybody.
He's Tim Allen.
I don't know, dude.
Tim Allen.
I thought about that. Like, I wanted to fucking, like, I don't know how to ask that politely, but I'm like, I'm not saying that they were stupid. I'm just saying, like, without the internet, I would have never learned how, like, AB extractions are done, stuff like that, right? So they had the internet in the 80s, so who the fuck taught them how to, not them, who the fuck taught them how to make crack out of cocaine?
They did.
You think? There was just like one chemist in all the ghettos, and they were like, this sounds done, man.
First off, deja vu. Triple. I have experienced this before.
Maybe.
Even AB and and I don't, it's fucking weird.
Interesting.
Go
on.
But I'm just trying to think. I was trying to see like if I can remember the answer that I gave. But I don't know who would have taught anyone,
Yeah. I guess
all you need is baking soda and water.
Street
Think
shamans.
about the guy who made LSD and shit like that.
Street shamans.
He was well versed in chemistry. Most people who synthesize something or come up with heroin or morphine, they were chemists and they just happened upon it.
Perhaps no one taught anyone how to. I mean, like on the streets anyway. They just made a fuck ton of crack and sold that, so they didn't have to learn to synthesize it.
Maybe crack was a thing way before they introduced it into the ghettos. Yeah. And with that came the knowledge that this is how you turn that molecule into this molecule.
It was just the ghetto's turn.
Got you.
Yeah.
I can get around that for sure. Like how to make cocaine a base.
Yeah. Because, to sit down and, thinking about doing drugs, like if I hadn't seen other people or had someone explain to me how to properly do them, I wouldn't be like, well, I'm just going to figure it out because one, I'm not wasting my money, and two, I'm definitely not putting that in my body.
Right. Yeah, I'd have never known.
I don't know how to do this, but thank God I have a pile of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So much.
You ever think, I don't know if you've had a lot of people die that were close to you? As far as people that you've interacted with and blah blah, they die and it's unexpected and they're young and stuff. But it made me think a lot. Lately with the wreck. Well, the two wrecks have been with the one that my buddy died in my lap and shit. And you think about what the fuck is so special about me? And I'm only saying that because of me. Do you ever think about why the fuck? People will be like, well, you're here for a purpose, and once you get the purpose done, then you can leave if you need to, right? If God wants to call you home. I don't believe that. But what I'm saying is, it makes you wonder, then what the fuck is the purpose? Because I don't feel it. I don't think, I'm not going to be president, so we're good with that. I'm not going to change the world in a dramatic way, right?
You could.
You could take me, homeboy. Or call up the aliens and
come get
me.
home, man.
Yeah. It makes you wonder, dude.
I think people say that shit because they don't know what else to say. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it is a comfort thing, and
you think people just go just because that's how life goes.
I think it's just how the cards are dealt.
I think they feel better saying that than. Well, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
sorry,
a sympathy.
your friend's dead and you're here.
And it'd be cold if they're like, well, that's what happens, buddy. We all die.
I will say though, the dude, the ambulance driver, I guess a coroner that was with him or whatever that pronounced dude dead when it was there. When he got in the thing, I've never seen a straight shoot. This motherfucker needs to play poker because got in the truck and was like, your friend was a 1080. You were lucky. That's that. There was no sorry about your loss. I didn't even know what 1080 meant.
Right.
So, I guess being like that, it's a tough way to be, but that dude's done it probably a million times.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So maybe if we all straight shot like that, everybody could be such pussies about everything.
But look, I shoot straight all the time, and people get upset with me because I'm being too forward or frank, apparently.
But I've always liked that though. It might take me 3 or 4 days to process it. I'll be fucking butthurt as a motherfucker. But 3 or 4 days go by, I'm like, I get it. She's right.
Well, and I know with you and with you, I know I can just say whatever. I'm not good at candy coating. Mainly, I just don't have the words to do the shit. So how it comes out is how it comes out.
This is it.
But there have been people who get upset. And some people just can't handle it.
Some people are too stupid to separate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, this happened. I'm a. But then I just get more joy out of their misery.
Yes. It is really nice when you're like, okay, well, you deserve to feel this way because
I felt kind of sorry for you, but now you're a cock.
Yeah,
so
dude, definitely.
Here's the news, and
you're gonna love it.
Please don't reach out to me.
Here's a number to call.
Hell yeah.
1-800-FUCK-YOU.
And on that note, that was episode 87.
That's right.
It was 86.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It's 88.
No.
It is 88 because we didn't do 87.
Yeah, technically
So
this would have been.
So that means we skipped the number.
Yeah, skip that number.
Everybody's going to be like, if we all die at the same time, they're going to be like, where's the hidden track? But there isn't one.
Yes.
So we're just looking forever.
Technically, there are 2 because they've been removed.
You can make
when are we going to put that shit back up?
Yeah, I say
still
do
have
it
them.
now. Yeah.
Seriously, I did. Yeah. You want to put them out as like a box set?
Yes.
2 of them, like.
Dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Press them on vinyl.
What a fucking
What a
loser.
cool
dude.
idea.
Yeah.
You know how many people, what blows me away, right? And I'm fucking
here we
super
go.
self-conscious, right? But you know, like church kicked me out.
Yeah.
Everybody, like I've had like friends and family get mad at the shit I say or like they're off put by it and shit. Who cares? And it was a tough shot in the beginning. I was like, fuck, it sucks, whatever. And it was tough to deal with, like the church thing. And my dad even left the church because of it, all over a podcast, mind you. And I think about like her reasons. I'm like, yo, you called that bitch fat for one, so you deserve something back. And then you said something about eating gray meat with your daughter. Like, you know how many people said dumb shit about me throughout the years? Like, you know, and she was like, I didn't even care about anybody. Yeah, you do. Yeah. You fucking do.
You asked me to remove them.
That was a weird week or 2 right there, boy. She was like, after.
What's a significant day?
What?
Martin Luther King Jr.
That's when they go back up.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
I like it.
I dig it.
In
I
honor
thought
of the
you said,
man.
what's Significance Day? I
No,
was
what's
like,
a significant day?
I've never even heard of that shit. I don't know. Is that like Remembrance Day?
No, man.
Significance Day.
Dude, we appreciate you tuning back in with all the COVID shit. Sorry about the skip for last week, but we deserve it. We've worked hard.
Yeah.
We do this every fucking week.
I thought I was going to die.
That's
You thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
But no, we appreciate you listening. Like, share,
Safety.
comment, do whatever the fuck else happens. Like, share it with your friends. Other people don't have nothing better to do but listen to us talk
Hey,
shit.
Evan.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Evan?
Have sex
Thank
with someone
you for
ugly.
checking us out, man. That's, yeah. Thank you to all the people who listen. If you made it this far, you are a trooper, and we appreciate it. Thank you for wasting an hour and 16 minutes with us.
We appreciate that.
Time is
Skibbity-bop-bop.
fading into
Wildly Uninteresting podcast.